Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid and we're jumping back into our game with Xibalba. And we are not doing Aussie cheese. We are doing mostly scales Xibalba. Mostly scales. And that is, I think, God effing help me for situations like this, because we got a fair amount of blood slaves, which is nice, but we got attacked by Niflheim, which is very much not nice. This is literally the thing of nightmares for Xibalba. Fighting in the cold, it's cold 1 here. With fucking bats. Against these GD blue divas, douchebags, giants, whatever you want to call them. Oh my god. Regen, fire, shock resistance, cold resistance. What do you kill them with? 14 protection, that's about how much my little bat maces do. 68 HP with a regen. Oh my god. It's a disaster. Okay, so this is what we're getting attacked with. Sorry, I'm tired. I just did a blitz and yeah, a little exhausted. So there's 2 Jodes leading. Now I've got an assassin in here, so this is all important stuff. It looks like each Jode has 3 to 4. One has 3, one has 4 bodyguards. I do not think this guy's a bodyguard. I think these guys, I think he did the positioning so that they were on hold and attack, and then they had to kind of run around these guys and their bodyguards so that hopefully they'd get just as much time to bless these blue idiots as they could. And then they're going to run in and theoretically kind of murder everybody. Now, I'm also the last person to do this turn. We've got a good event. We got a shit ton of gold, so that's nice. The god of Satis is dead, which means Hinam's war over here is done. So that's good news. So that's basically what's happening over here. In the ocean, you can see Team FU Relay is making their way to Relay Capital, which is right here, I believe. And we're going to go sit on it, and they can go, you know, generally kind of suck it. If they get a good little patrolling force, we'll probably have to evacuate, but like, it'll have to be nice and sizable. And we will, we need to get another black servant to go ahead and ferry some of our items, like the ranger cloak down there. So we could look to do that, because, you know, it'll take a little bit of time to maneuver that way. Go ahead and do it up here where we don't have anything terribly important going on. Because I'll have another ranger cloak coming in. We'll just ferry this down there, and then hopefully we can get that stealth really high so we can really camp out on their cap. Hope this was worth it. Taking Django's my dog, so taking Django's leash from me. Told you you wouldn't want to. I don't actually have the resources right now with the giants attacking me to come over here and take it back. I mean, I will, but we have important shit to deal with. So here's the thing. They have 1 turn cracked this. This is a pretty valuable province. It's got a little necromancer layer, which is not really something I want to give to these idiots. I've already got some of my orders in. Yeah. There's one more thing I have to test, and we might... I've done a lot of testing, because here's the thing. This is supposed to just murder the shit out of Xibalba at this time. It's very wise for him to attack me, because he has an extreme advantage, especially where it's cold, and you can see in this province it's cold 1. If we don't attack, he's going to storm. He probably knows he's going to, like, murder the shit out of us. What he does not probably know is that I have a shit ton of mages, and I'm very, very angry. What's my... Actually, need to drop these off. Actually, I could summon fire elementals. It's not really a horrible idea. They're going to be kind of weak. I mean, they're going to kind of say, well, they'll be decent chaff. Are they going to be cold immune? One second, let me check. No, they're going to be weak to cold, so that's not really a good idea. They'll freeze pretty fast in the Needle Aura. Oh. Sorry for the yawns, guys. It's going to continue. Let's take a look at what our smite skill is. We've got a Word of Stone, which could petrify. Not that bad. Not that bad. Kind of thinking we take this guy. What can this guy do? We're basically going to take all our mages. Earth Elemental, we'll just sit there and punch them. Not really going to do anything, basically. You can research. Now, if I lose this, and I take all these mages, I've basically lost the game. And the problem with that is I have done a fair amount of testing at this point. I have figured out what I think to be optimal. The only thing I'm not sure about is on what turn to do the mass imp summoning. I have tested communions. Communions do not seem to be the way to go here. They don't seem to get imps out quite quickly enough. And you don't really benefit from the higher levels. But, yeah, we're going to move here. I think we're going to take this guy. He can do, I think, the same thing, but it's good to get a fair amount of imps in the first wave, and then he'll do reinvigoration. And, the script we're going to do is actually very simple. They're going to cast imps once. They're then promptly going to pass the fuck out for like 4 turns, and then they're going to cast imps again. And the reason they pass out for so long is because this is 100, which would normally mean they pass out for a little bit, but their encumbrance is going to be like 20, so it's going to take 4 turns for them to wake up. And after this, they can retreat, I think, but they'll be asleep for a long-ass time. Wait, whoops. God damn it. Okay. I think I just messed up one of my little groups. So basically, this is what they're going to do. Summon air elementals would be cool, but they have a shit ton of of shock resistance. Now, the one thing the air elementals might be okay for is they'll be a pretty good distraction. But the imps are a pretty good distraction too. So if we count how many guys we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 moving in from here. We have an idiot here who can come in and help. So that's... Put you back here. Let's just put all the little bat idiots back here, so I don't even really have to worry about who has what slaves as much. We just know if there are slaves nearby, we should be mostly okay. The only nice thing when people rush you with Hell Blesses like this is you basically know this is kind of all they've got. Now we've also got this guy with a shit ton of slaves. He's going to kind of come in. We've got everybody in this fort who can make it, so we can put 2 slaves on them. Bring the family. Now we don't have many Blood 2s, and our Blood 2s are important because they are going to be casting Bloodlust. And Bloodlust is important. Well, for several reasons. Not least of which... Okay, now this is going to be cold too. I'm going to be coming here. Okay. You know, I kind of feel like this petrify thing may be more important. Wait, which one's running down? Okay. So this is, I think, what is going to work best. Now, if we do a sum total, we'll see there's actually a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now this guy is going to smite the shit out of them. Can I do agony? Range 40. I bet you he can hit fucking agony. Not him. Somebody else can probably hit agony. That fear effect might be really valuable. What we never end up killing many of the giants with this. We'll kill some of the skin shifters, but the giants don't die. We're just counting on them. Well, basically we're just counting on them. Hold and attack rear. I can bring some other some of the guys from this fort right here, they can actually make it down. So I think we're going to take like these two guys. Now this is not, mind you, how I want to be spending my blood slaves. But honestly, I think this is a boil that must be popped. The only problem is if I win, then people are going to attack me, so... and that's a pretty sizable problem. Now, if we're hold and attack, I think actually what I want is I want hold and then imps. And then the imps should land about the same turn. Okay. And we're going to cut off the retreat route. That's the whole play here. We're going to kill them because he thinks there's no fucking way we can kill him. Little does he know that we are not bats that rely on blesses. We're going to use our brain. Now, the trick here is going to be bloodlust, and then reinvigoration, and then more imps. So he's going to need kind of a lot. I'll give him 7. We're gonna have more from this other guy, but whatever. You, good sir, because you have a shit ton of imps, you are going to do 2 castings. After 2 castings, you'll be about fatigued out. So you're going to do reinvigoration, and then you're going to do more imps. Now, potentially an agony casting could be pretty useful. And the final thing is we are going to have this guy here also break siege. And we're going to give him this great sword, and we're going to give him this Ring of the Warrior. And I've done different things. I can have him attack. He actually will murder the Nephil Giants. And actually, I don't even know if this weapon actually helps, because the Claw Stab, which is what this replaces, is actually pretty damn good for killing giants. So, what I have found, though, is there's about a 1 in 3 chance that he dies if I do this. And that's a little higher than I want. And we are going to do the same thing on him. As the other guy, which is going to be reinvigoration and then summon imps. Like so. Now, the imps in this second summoning, they may need another bloodlust, so we're going to go ahead and put that out there. We'll put him on advance and cast spells, and we'll put him a little bit up towards the front, And that will mean he may get in melee, and if a few people kind of want to walk up and fight with him, he'll probably be okay. He'll probably be able to kill onesie-twosies. There's a chance he dies. There's a chance everybody dies. If I lose 18-something guys, let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 guys. If I lose 19 guys, like 19 mages, I'm basically done. I'm fucked this game. But if I have Niflheim get up all on my shit and take my forts and start spreading Dominion, I'm also fucked. So it's really just a matter of choosing how we are going to go. One of the most important things is the Bloodlust. So getting this Bloodlust off, super important. This is going to go off after the first casting. I think this will probably catch the second round. We'll go ahead and do another Bloodlust. I know I have another guy doing it probably on the final round, but that's probably a little overkill. Okay. So anyway, that's the plan. Now, you might say, Lucid, we should assassinate somebody with Thigh High Succubus. And why are you using your guy who can delete commanders? Because you could delete one of the Jotun Jodes, and he won't be able to bless as many people. And then it'll be a lot easier to kill giants who aren't blessed. And some of his guys might be out of position. And let me just say that I've tried that in the tests. And it actually fails way more. Like, significantly more. And I think, I haven't exactly even figured out why. I think part of it is because when these guys are unscripted and they run towards me, I think it ends up giving more surface area for the imps to hit on, or something. And that ends up making it, we'll actually do a test for it, because, I kind of want to see. So mark turn is unfinished. I better not actually intern. And I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Okay, and with the magic of editing, and by editing I just mean pausing the video recording, we are here in my test game, where I have basically the exact setup that Niflheim has here. We have these idiots right here who are going to run in. We've got about 18 guys, and we are going to see how it goes. Now, one thing I want to test, and this is a thing I haven't tested, is what happens if I wait. First, I'm going to show you what happens if I do it kind of like I mentioned. So we're going to hit intern, and then we hit host, and we check out this battle. And this is how I expect it to go. I hope this works. Okay, so the first round of imps is going to come down. And you can see this is a lot of imps. They get bloodlusted, and now they actually don't completely suck. They do 13 damage. They hit, but that's 13 damage twice. They hit twice, so you can see there's actually a good amount of damage outlay. A few more imps come down. Other people are casting reinvigoration. The second round of imps is about to pop, as people wake up. And right now it's looking pretty good for the giants. Like, this guy, no, he's just walking. Like, none of them are really hurt. The giants are fine. The wolves are kind of getting their asses kicked. But they fail a morale check and run. And this ends up happening almost every time, and I can't even figure out why. I think it's just so many hits that every time they get hit, they have to take a morale check. And their morale is just not phenomenal. It's just not that good. And so they end up failing. This is extremely typical of what I've seen happen. I want to try it a little different, and so I'm going to go and reload this test game, and we're going to try it with basically waiting on the imps, like not doing them all at once, and they'll get more split up, and we'll see if that's actually better or worse. Okay, and I've got it pulled back up. We're just going to try it again. I've got this, basically we've got 2 turns of holding before we summon, and the idea is they're going to start running forward, and then the imps will come down. And I find this typically does not work very well. Yeah. See, this is a good way to lose. Even though you would think it would be better, because, like, you'd have better surface area, all this other shit. Yeah, Smite Demon coming out. Not good shit. This is not what... This is why you get these blue fucking assholes. Alright, this is what we don't want to have happen. This is the same guys, basically the same amount of blood slaves, similar script, but it tends to just get completely fucked. Now this would not be my first choice. In fact, in doing this testing, kind of my intuition was pretty good, I think, with what I would need to do. Which basically get as many fucking imps as fast as I can. The only thing that I think I really learned from testing was like how successful versus unsuccessful it was, and the fact that for whatever reason, assassinating that commander is the wrong effing move, which is something I definitely would have done in a blitz. And it could have worked out. There's one more thing I'm going to test. We're going to do it real quick, and that way we can actually kind of end the turn. Okay, and I've got to pull back up. And the final thing we're going to test real quick is just what happens if I put retreat at the end, because I wanted to do this in the real battle, and I don't think I ever tested it. So anyway, we'll just test kind of the thing that I think is going to work, which is this script. And we're going to see if the retreat at the end somehow triggers them not to rout or anything like that. Okay, the second casting. Now, I don't think this will matter. It might only matter in case we start losing, because they're at 190 fatigue. They're going to be fatigued out for a long fucking time. On this side, we can see they are fighting like badasses. It does not appear they're going to break, and if they don't break very soon, we're going to be fucked. Yeah, this is what I do not want to have happen. Maybe I need to throw in an agony. So it does not appear the retreat actually helps. We had one guy escape. We only killed 3 of the giants. Could be the agony really helps. This happens, I found, about 1 in 5 times. About 1 in 5 times. And like I said, if this happens, I'm fucked. Which is why it's worth testing, because otherwise it's like I'm basically out of the game. Because if I start losing forts, I'm out of the game. All these things. 1 second, I'm gonna pull it back up. Okay, so I've got it set back up, and this time we have 4 agonies scripted, two by two guys casting it twice. We'll see if this makes a big difference. The point of agony is it's an AoE fear, and it's a pretty strong AoE fear. Also, there's a little bit of damage, which also is going to help with kind of morale checks. Okay, that was agony. You saw it going down right here. So you see the morale's only 11 now? Yeah, they're running. Oh my god, okay, so that worked. It seems what I need to do is test that like 4 or 5 more times. So I'm gonna pause it and do that real quick. Okay guys, so I went and tested it. Not 5, about 10 times. And it won all 10 times when I made that change. So agony, I think, is the way to go. Because really, we're not killing them. It's a morale check. We might not even need quite so many people, but I think we're going to do it. I think this will be okay. Hold an attack rear with the imps should be fine. So here the change we want to make is we want this guy to be at the very front. Any of the blood 2, we want you to be at the very front. We want him to be on conservative gym use. Because when he goes off script, I don't want him summoning imps. This is a blood too, so he's going to go at the front. Now, he can do that final reinvigoration, but after that he's going to cast Agony. I have another Blood 2 who's going at the front, and he is going to cast Agony. Twice. We're going to give him a couple more slaves. And we don't need these guys to retreat, okay? Look, they're gonna do their thing, and they're gonna die like the brave bat soldiers that they are. Now we have to change your script to Agony. And this should work. Now we've used about 50 blood slaves to win this fight. But 50 blood slaves worth of Aussies isn't going to kill this. Now I'm using obviously a shit ton of mage turns, but such is life for us. Here we're patrolling. We're gonna give your guys here. We're gonna take these guys, pull back. Now the other thing that we have to resolve. So I think this battle, let's just see if we think it's done. I think this is done. This is as good as we can do. This battle I feel is pretty good. The only thing, no, I think this is fine. I think Niflheim's right here, so this is a little far removed. He's gonna have trouble logistically getting more stuff over here. The other nice thing is we're going to put this fort under siege. Potentially even we could bring more. Like these guys might be able to make it. Yeah, they could. So this will actually be like a heavy siege. We don't get to see, we know how many units, 55, 45. I mean, God, this will be under pretty good siege. I think it's going to be, oh, but it's 500. It's going to take goddamn forever. So I don't know if we want to. I mean, we're going to need to, but I'm not sure I want to commit these guys yet. The other thing is we have a predictable move here. He's got skin shifters and Gaijas here. I don't have enough blood. Let's just be clear about the situation. On this turn, I do not have enough blood slaves to pick the kind of fight here I want to pick. One thing I could do is I could go into a communion, and I will hit enchantment 5, and my communion can do skelly spam. And we can do a horrendous amount of skelly spam, potentially. The things I know are that this guy's coming out. This guy's gonna sit here and preach. Okay. Which forts can I draw dudes from? I can draw them... Well, I need guys primarily that can enter at Blood Communion, so these guys could come. Okay. I mean, I could take these guys. These guys are researching the Death 2s. I mean, I could... It's cold too, though. I'm gonna not be able to cast a ton of spells. And it's late summer. It's only gonna get colder. I think the play here, I don't think I fight them for this province right now. I think I let them push in. They're probably going to shit their pants and ask for peace. I think I have to fight. Maybe I make them pay for peace. Or they probably won't do that. They'll probably be happy to fight. I can start winning with assassins, is I think the thing. And Jotunheim's commanders are all expensive. Or Niflheim's. God, maybe we just fully commit. Just literally literally send everything. Problem is I've used so many of my guys, I don't even have enough. Oh, I don't have enough slaves to like do anything this turn. So that part is a little frustrating. So this guy's coming back with some. I need to make sure I'm doing all the logistics. Okay, we're blood hunting here. We need a patrol here too. This actually is a fine blood hunting province. We have a shit ton of money, so I can get a lot of bats. And we're gonna need a lot of bats. More itzes. We're gonna need more bats here. How would these guys do against Jotun Giants? Probably not very good. Those big blue divas are scary motherfuckers. I think we're gonna have to just avoid taking a straight up fight with them if at all possible. Oh, tap recruitment points. I was watching resources. I think we're gonna get a little standing army up here. The other thing we have to set up, and we'll do it on this guy, is I've got yet another. Okay, you're doing corpse. I want to do corpse constructs kind of centralized. Do I have any other air mage? No. So we'll move him down. And I think that taps out our air income. We're at 2. I don't want to go too crazy. We're not going to make more quills because air is going into corpse constructs now. I think what we need to make actually is more Cinquental because we've really got to get our blood economy going. We're going to have you research. We're going to have you lovely, lovely ladies fly down here. We're going to have you fly down here. As we just completely desolate the ocean. I'm not planning on taking any of these terribly soon. We're going to let this guy kind of just linger over here. If I get another Shambler skin, we might be good. Because I actually am kind of okay with completely destroying the lake. And paying him in water is perfectly fine because he's going to use that to come fuck with these guys who have pissed me off. But when I get that, we'll ferry that out. That will be that. Now, I would like to raid, and you want to raid as bats, but we're doing a pretty big raid over here. We're tapping out unit production here, we're tapping out unit production here. The thing we're not really tapping out, and I need to get some of these, is unit production here. Some more bats here. Here we can get some more bat. Oh, this isn't actually a forest, it looks like a forest. There's a few provinces that are kind of like that. Here's a forest, though. Okay. And that's good. And these guys can all be used for logistics. For PD, we're okay. I mean, I probably want more. Now, the Jedi move would be moving off of here onto Agartha, but why wouldn't he take it? It's not Jedi, because it would actually kind of fuck him, probably, but it would mess up my plan. So it wouldn't fuck him, but he'd be even more exposed. But I'm feeling pretty good about this move. And I think that's it. I think we've done the turn. I mean, God, if we can't... If we lose off this, guys, I mean... It's coming to us. This is the most I can prepare. So, and I'm the last person to go. So I think with that... did anybody send us a message? No. Yeah, so I think we're going to get to it. The other important evolving situation is, of course, we made peace, but now they are fighting off Kailasa, which has a fair amount of units, which are going to do okay against elves. And then these elves, so these guys are probably fucked. We do need to think about jumping on top of this fort. But right now, we will be very happy just to rid ourselves of Niflheim. My plan for dealing with these is going to be skeleton communions, which we are not there yet, but hopefully we will be there. Getting construction 6 will be huge for me. Anyway, I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and roll the turn. Turn is hosting, and I'm going to pause. Okay, and we got the new turn. Let's see what it fucking brings us. Jabnor's Thicket. The worst thing would be if the Agony casting targets these guys. Oh, they're fucked, though. Look for the Agony. There goes the Agony. Ooh, another good Agony hit. 12 morale, they're fucked. Oh, another Agony casting. No, they didn't break. No, this is a disaster. It's a huge disaster. Holy shit, it's a disaster. Oh, good game. Good game. Holy shit. That's an enormous fucking disaster. I tested this so many times. It went exactly like this. Oh man. You just can't, you can't test for everything. I mean, you can test, but like RNG. They got nailed with the Agony. I mean, I was 10 for 10 with that setup. Now I'm fucked. Okay, so Hinnom takes this throne. Oh man, I think this is it for me. I think this is it, guys. Bunch of horse shit. He got so lucky. He won't even think he's lucky. He'll be like, oh, Nifl Giants are good. Well, now I'm fucked, guys. I mean, that's not completely true, but I have lost so much from that. So much. I don't know if it can be undone. Token PD here. The only redeeming thing is we didn't lose literally all of them. We lost most of them. I lost my cool dude. Oh man. That just, it kills my soul. I really needed to win that. I mean, I needed to win that bad. I feel like no matter what, I always miss sending somebody somewhere. God, I hate these fucking giants. Ugh. Okay, well, that's it, guys. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for the next turn, but you'll be surprised when you see it the turn after. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to tilt and go to bed. Peace.